Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming? Who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the rampart we watch, we're so gatheredly steaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner gave wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay, my singing is horrible, I know that. But there's a reason why I'm singing in that Star Spangled Banner as part of the story of this week's Entertainment Roundup for Sunday, January 27, 2013. I'm J77, and let's get right straight to it because this has been sort of a hot topic for a week now. Made a few of my front pages in both the Post and the News. They both tackle this. A lot of finger pointing is going on, and it all involves on Beyoncé and the lip syncing she has done in the inauguration of President Obama's second term. In this report, which is actually a New York Post report, it says that lip syncing star Beyoncé thinks that there's nothing wrong with faking her way through the national anthem at the President Obama's inauguration. She also goes on and said that everybody used these tracks, and the music director advised it. Any big outdoor live performance have some almost always with the same kind of track. A source told the U.S. Weekly in defense of the singer Star Strangled Sham on Monday, which is kind of funny how they can say that. Also, the article says that she doesn't think there was nothing wrong with it. Said the source, who insisted that Queen Bee actually sung over the pre-recorded version she made Sunday night. And this is where things really get interesting. And this is not just the Beyoncé singing. I'm going to bring up a lot of other stuff that just, it really boggles the mind of how really much they dropped the ball on this inauguration, especially in the entertainment department. It says here that the House insiders blame Senator Chuck Schumer, whose special congressional committee arranged the inauguration ceremony. And believe me, there's more than just Beyoncé singing there talking about, but this has been the main focus here. All the decisions was made by the congressional folks. I've said the White House sources pointing the finger squarely at New York City's Democratic representative. Another source said that Chuck Schumer milked the historical occasion for as much as personal self-arrangement, whatever the hell that means, as possible while mirroring the event. And I say this why. It says here, he and his wife were lords and ladies, Schumer, the source said. And that's pretty much just in a nutshell. But I just want to go into this situation. Whether she lip-synced it or she sung it for a pre-recording, I don't have a problem with this. And I know a lot of people saying, well, that's not fair. You know, how can you say this? That's the song String Banner, the national anthem, is our nation's pride. She should have sung it correctly. Listen, I agree. It should be sung correctly. It should be something that should be held dear to everybody. It is our national anthem. I'm not going to argue that. Here's my problem. How many people you actually know the Star Strangled Banner? How many people know our national anthem from beginning to end? How many people out there actually know the verses? Because I got news for you. There's actually more than one verse to the national anthem. And a lot of the celebrities that have sung it had a very hard time in getting by the one. I had a hard time getting by the first verse. And that is the first verse. By the way, there's 1, 2, 3. There's about almost 4 verses in this Star Strangled Banner. 4 verses. People only know the first verse. There's 4 of them. Now you can go on YouTube. There are some channels that actually have the full verse. sung beautifully by chorus. But a lot of people out there don't know that. A lot of singers can't even get by the first verse, and sometimes they rearrange it. And yeah, they get a lot of heat for that. They get a lot of heat for not even knowing the sound of Ring of Thunder. But here's another thing. If I'm going to get on Beyonce for lip singing it or messing up, I got to ask my representative, even people who are criticizing her, how much do you really know about the Star String of Banner? And can you sing it without messing up? Guarantee a lot of people here don't even know where to start. They probably know the first few verses, and then the next thing you know, they're screwing up one letter or screwing up another one. I'm sure somebody who's listening to this right now can actually point out where I messed up in this lyrics. And that's the point I'm trying to say. A lot of people out there don't know the Star Spangled Banner. Don't know where it originated from. Don't know the history behind it. Don't know why it became our national anthem. I damn sure know that half those senators and congressmen who are bitching and moaning about Beyonce's performance and complaining that she lip sync don't even know how to sing it themselves. Half of them probably don't even know how to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So why am I going to get mad at Beyonce if she did lip sync? And she said she did a pre-recording, which makes sense, in my opinion. I'd rather have her do that than to do what Roseanne Barr did. I found that more insulting than any other national anthem performance or boss performance in the history of that song. Or poem, because that's what it really is. I think Roseanne did a terrible job, and to this day, I still have not let that go. To me, that was an embarrassment. Other singers who tried it, yeah, they messed up. Some singers actually got in trouble because they actually reworded it so they can actually sing it. I didn't really care for Marvin Gaye's version. He sung it the way he wanted to sing it. And the ladies, as usual, screamed when he did it. But to me, this idea that Beyonce did some kind of disrespect towards the national anthem, I'm not buying into that. If she lip sync, fine. At least she didn't make a spectacle of herself about it. That's all it is. I'll tell you one thing I will be saying. This whole thing is not just the debacle that happened, and it is a lot of stuff that I was questioning and scratched my head. You got a rapper. I don't know who this rapper is. Never heard of him before. Don't even know his name now. His name escapes me. But I know who he was because I know Bill O'Reilly had him on his show. And that was the one time I actually was kind of glad that Bill O'Reilly attacked him, because he didn't make any sense. And the fact that he was actually in the inauguration only to criticize him, criticize the president, which makes no sense, call him a terrorist, and then later got kicked out, is something I just don't understand. Did you not know this guy was not an Obama fan? How do you mess that part up? I'm more upset at that than this. If anything, that escapes me. This is small potatoes compared to what this rapper had done. At a time and a place for your debate, that was not one of them. And the fact that whoever was in charge, whether it was Chuck Schumer or other people who was working under him, did that, then that's something I will definitely say they dropped the ball on. It was just a weird inauguration. But again, to me, that's small potatoes. The Beyonce thing is small potatoes. I tell you one thing, the Post were hard on her. Even the Daily News has some extent. But again, I have to stress this, and I understand a lot of people take that pride with our national anthem, and they should. I'm not saying you shouldn't; they should. But I guarantee you, if you ask a lot of congressmen to sing that national anthem, they don't even know the words. They probably have a hard time deciphering it. They don't even know how many verses there actually is to the Star Spangled Banner. So my feeling is that if you're going to criticize her, practice what you preach. Moving right along. Well, this didn't took long. And it's funny because a lot of people has been starting to criticize Taylor Swift lately on the same thing. Um, one of the person who's criticizing her now is Jack Osbourne. And needless to say, it's because of her relationship with men, or lack thereof. And I'll say that not to be disrespectful, but when you have all these breakups, you got to question whether, and even a lot of celebrities starting to do this now. You got to question: are you really looking? Are you looking for something that's not there? That even the people you're dating cannot really deliver, because it is becoming a problem. And it's not in a good way, especially with our stardom. And look, she's a good singer. I'm not knocking her songs. She's a good popular singer. She's a great country singer. That's not the case here. The case is that many people are starting to see a pattern here, and it's not a good pattern. Now, here's one of the articles. It was pretty much feedback from Jack Osbourne. It says it's only a matter of time before an outspoken celebrity weighs in on Taylor Swift's laundry list of exes. And that honor went to Jack Osbourne, Lisa. Jack Osbourne's wife, Lisa. Either Taylor Swift is that bleep crazy, and you pretty much can fill in the blank from there, or causes every guy to dump her, or she has too high standards for those poor guys, dipping like flies. I don't think she's crazy. I'm not going to say that. I do think it's the other one. I really do. And for a celebrity like her, it's hard. Look, it's hard. People may think that that it's easy for a celebrity to have a relationship. It's actually not that easy. And I say, in terms of in the music world, or in the movie business, or in Broadway, it's a totally different meaning. The rule of the relationship doesn't really apply the same way as an average folk would. That's just reality. I usually find out when Taylor Swift breaks up with someone before I even knew they were dating. That's how fast these things happen. She's likely referring to Taylor Swift now. Kind of courtship with One Direction heartthrob Harry Styles before Styles, the country scholar, has a brief summer fling with high school student Corey Kennedy. Wow. On Mail Online was quick to pick up on Osbourne's massive and posted the story bearing the headline: Jack Osbourne's wife launches scratching attacks on serial monopolist Taylor Swift. After the Mail post, Osbourne downplayed her entire tweet, saying that she was merely joking. I ain't buying that one bit. I am not buying that one bit, because for one thing, it ain't just her who's saying this. There are comedians who are saying this. Bill Maher have said this in a recent stand-up. There are people who are actually talking in radio shows of saying this. There was a UK edition on Cosmopolitan who's blowing this up. So there's a lot of stuff that's out there that people are saying maybe it's not the man in her life that's the issue here. Maybe it is her and how she set the bar for these men. I mean, not all of them can be bad guys. Come on. The scratching attack. I love how me making jokes turn into a huge deal. Don't you guys have anything better to do to ripe? APT. Well, when you are a celebrity yourself and you post something like that on the web, yeah, they're going to pick up on it, whether he was joking or not. And look, I don't think she's joking, but I don't think that she's actually totally wrong either. Like I said, I'm not going to call her crazy. That's not fair. I mean, it's not. But again, really, another one, something's not right. And I know the guys, probably the men ain't talking about it out of respect, and that's cool. But you do have to wonder sometimes. You do really have to wonder. She has also tweeted that she is a big fan of Swift. Also, 3 Swifts. I buy all her albums. There is no attacking going on. I was being humorous. Get a Life Daily Mail. Writers, and she said thanks. Pretty much is in that texting term, which drives me freaking nuts. But that's how she wrote it, which makes no sense. But look, I don't think she was joking. To be really honest with you, and even if it is, there is some truth that what she's saying, and it ain't just her. It is other celebrities who have said this. Bill Maher said it quickly, and he made fun of that quickly. He said maybe it's me. And look, it is something that I think Taylor Swift needs to look at. I mean, maybe it is her. Maybe she is setting the bar way up high. There's nothing wrong. You want a guy who's going to treat you right. You want a guy that's going to be respectful to you and to your family. That is not a problem. Is the other things where you're looking for that big perfect Romeo. Sometimes the guy's going to have flaws. I mean, we all do. You ain't going to find that perfect man. If that's the case, then you're going to be searching forever. And you don't have forever. That's just me. And I'm not attacking her. I think she's a great singer. I really do. However, one does question about these relationships. Page 6 confirmed Red Corner breakup with boy band this week. I don't know what that is, but there's a link about that, and you guys can check it out yourself. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. I'm not, again, I'm not going nuts about it. I mean, it's something that is pretty much like gospel talk a little bit. I don't think the wife is wrong. I'm going to repeat this. I don't think she's actually wrong, whether she was joking or not. If she was, that's fine. No big deal. But it is something that I think a lot of people does think about. So before you fans go and jump on this, be mindful that, yeah, she ain't the only one that said this. A lot of people have said it, whether it's celebrities or just basically talking among themselves, who are even fans of her. So just keep in mind, some feedbacks like that can be helpful. Burt Reynolds, I hope he's doing okay. Believe me, for a person who went through the flu, I was fortunate to catch mine as early as possible, so I can get treated as early as possible. It ain't fun. Apparently his was more serious. As in the article said that Burt Reynolds had entered an intensive care unit in Florida Hospital where he's began treating for the flu. Reynolds caused his own dose, a particularly harsh flu that is going around right now. He was suffering the symptoms for several days, and those symptoms worsened. Reynolds reportedly entered the hospital. Reynolds rep said he was moved into the ICU after doctors said that he was severely, I believe, dehydrated. Yes, he was dehydrated. The smoking and abandoned actor is expected to make a full recovery, and I'm happy to hear that. It's a very short story. That's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, I'm glad he's gonna be all right. Flu is not to be messed with, guys. We had a lot of deaths in New York on this situation. I had my share of the flu, and I pretty much recognized the symptoms right away because I dealt with it before. I had 100+ degree temperature. It wasn't enough to admit me to the hospital, thank God. But I have suffered through it. Had to stay in bed with medicine. If you hear my cough, that's pretty much the leftover of what was left of the flu, and this cough is annoying because it just won't go away. And dry cough is even worse than wet cough. And those who don't know, dry cough is one of those things where I'm trying to cough up the mucus, only it's just not leaving. It's some pain in the ass, trust me. But I'm actually happy he's okay. Again, TSD reported this. It was also been confirmed by Celebrity Alert, which is part of the Associated Press. Burt Reynolds, she's more my grandmother's era. My grandmother absolutely loves his movies. So amazingly enough, I have yet to see any of the Smoking and Bandit film. I saw 3, but the ending half of 3. And I gotta tell you, I wasn't too impressed by it. The only reason why I saw bits of it is because Jackie Gleason was there. I'm a big fan of his from The Honeymooners, so I checked it out from there. Other than that, don't really care for Smokey Bandit. Loved him as Charlie and All Those Go to Heaven. He was phenomenal. The film is a controversial one, but I still liked his performance. He was in the new Dukes of Hazzard. He was okay. Wasn't a big fan of the new Dukes of Hazzard. but I'm hoping that he makes a full recovery. He's an icon in Hollywood. There's no question about it. So I'll send my prayers to him. Believe me, the food system. And for those who don't know, when you start feeling burning up and you feel like you're about to throw up or just get the chills, don't waste no time. Go to the hospital, because there's a difference between catching it early and recovering as quickly as possible to not catching it early and faced with a possible life and death situation. Don't mess with the flu, guys. Don't think it's just one of those colds that can go away. It can get worse and worse. I got one more story to talk about. Yeah, I'm keeping it kind of short and simple today. And the story is Miley Cyrus. I just like the fact that everybody said this is controversial because Miley Cyrus is going to be in a Cosmopolitan issue. And the issue, the front page is pretty much racy. She's pretty much has no bra on. She's basically covering herself with a shirt, and everybody's saying this is a big deal. Oh my God, it's a big controversy. Look, guys, calm down. She's an adult now. She has been pretty much fine. She's also engaged. She's all right. She's not. There's nothing going on that you should not be surprised at all. But it says the 20-year-old star will pose braless. Sorry, guys. The 20-year-old star will pose braless on the cover of Cosmopolitan on March 2013 issue, and talks about her newfound confidence as well as her honky fiance. I think his name is Lane Hansworth. Donna, a right stunt is not much else. Cyrus shows off her incredible body as she admits her fears of entering back into the music world. Which, by the way, she hasn't really done much lately. I'm not curious if she is actually going to push forward more aggressively into that. Kind of interesting to see how she does. When asked to rank the part of her life that she feels most satisfied, love, family, music, acting, the former Hannah Montana actress put love at the top of the spot. Number one is my relationship. That's what I feel most confident because you never know. There's so much hype behind my new record, but it could come out, and worst case scenario, everyone effing hates it. That's doubtful considering Cyrus has over 11 million followers on Twitter. And I gotta tell you right now, as much as that is great that she has 11 million followers on Twitter, it doesn't really mean nothing on record sales. It really don't. I say, where were these 11 million followers when a movie came out? And granted, I say right now, her movie, which was LOL, was badly advertised. But I'm just saying that just because you have a following doesn't mean equal success. Keep that in mind. She has admirers all around the world, and the reason she is so adored her in diversity. I think the best thing I could have done is take these 2 years off. Wow, was it really 2 years off? It must be from music, because I could have sworn a movie came out a few months ago. It has to be from music. But man, if that is the case, wow. Didn't realize she didn't do music for 2 years. I said again, I think that to take those 2 days off to really live, because now people don't think of me as who I was on TV shows. Cyrus says her Disney past, some of the worst things that I have happened to me in my career, like things getting lax, have actually been what was best for me, because people knew when I was on that show that I was really growing up, and I never fake anything. I never played the Disney game of smiling and being a princess and then suddenly having a hard time saying that isn't who I really am. That's a very interesting comment. It's a very, very interesting comment, and it really, I wonder if a lot of people who have I worked at Disney in the past said that Disney trying to bring up this perfect goody two-shoe image actually does more harm than good. I'm not going to dwell too much on that, but I will leave for the fans. I know fans going to comment on this to let me know what you guys think about that. That's a very interesting statement she has said. There's no denying. I'm actually very, very. That caught my attention quick. I never played the Disney game of smiling and being a princess, and then suddenly having a hard time saying that it isn't who I really am. As for who she really is now, Cyrus admitted that she is the luckiest girl in the world, thanks in part to her delicious arms candy. I literally took look at him and be like, "You are hot, dear God," the singer said of Hemsworth. The other day, I turned into the pool heater and it was steaming, and he walked outside and took off his clothes and jumped into the pool. It was like I'm going to faint. The hottest guy in my life in the steaming pool. This looks like a Playgirl shot. So I took the photo and made it in the background of my iPhone. My best friend grabbed my phone and was like, "Who's that? He is hot." She continued, "That's my hubby." This is a good article. I actually like this article. I'm actually glad she's very happy with herself. I'm very, very happy that she is more to herself now than what she ever was years ago, especially during the Hannah Montana years. And yeah, it was a very bumpy road. She did a lot of things. She wanted to express herself, but found herself trapped in that. Some of the stuff were bad decisions. There's no question about it. But there were other stuff that was going on that the media was doing their best to try and smear her, and there's no other way to put it. I had made a video on this, especially some of the stuff they were reporting, and it was just ridiculous. And the fact that she actually took 2 years away from music, that's surprising, because I didn't realize it was 2 years. 2 years definitely went by fast. I think the Miley Cyrus fans was more aware of it's been 2 years that she hasn't made a song. I got nothing to say, but I'm very happy that she is happy with herself, and she found a guy that makes her happy, and she's moving forward. As for the media thinking that this is a shock, come on, give me a break, guys. 20 years old, she can do whatever the hell she wants, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But this is a good article for a different reason, because when you hear this, you're hearing a person who is full of energy, pumped up, ready to go. She got a second win, and she ready to jump back into the music business. Now, as for a movie business, I don't know if she's gonna do anything in terms of that. I know she had one more film coming out, but other than that, there hasn't been anything in terms of any future project in film. And to be honest with that, I don't think she's gonna go back to film. I really don't, especially after what Lion King did to her the last time. I think she's going to stick with what she does best. And you know what? She's good at what she does. Whether she does any future project on TV, that's up in the air. But I think the fans will be more than happy to hear the latest Miley Cyrus music. And if these fans are loyal, as they say they are, they will support her. And to me, honestly, out of all the child stars that grew up in that time, she deserved it. She really, despite all the problems she was going through with her father and her family, with the media, how they was painting her and how they wanted to actually keep her as a kid, she have actually handled it well. You may have a feeling of her getting married so young, but you know what? That's her business. I want her to. I'm hoping that everything works out. Everything works good. One thing I will say, she's not rushing into the aisle. She's been engaged for almost 8 months now, I believe, 8-9 months, pretty much close to a year. So it's not like she's rushing out there. And who knows? This may be the man for her. I mean, so you only can knock on wood. So that's pretty much it. I will leave all the articles for you guys to check out. This ends this section. As always, give your own comments, give your own feedbacks, give your own take on the matter. Until then, this is J77 saying, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you soon.